Okay, welcome back to week 0 of Business 2220. This is the second video of my week 0 series. And in the first video, if you watched it, you know that I talked about how to use Desire to Learn as an online learning tool. Give you a little hint about how to navigate through the screens. What I'm going to do in this next video is to actually do a sample homework assignment. Now, this isn't a real complicated assignment, as you'll see, but it'll give you an idea how to go about doing an assignment and maybe a little bit about Excel. I'll have more videos, another week 0, a third week 0 video for you to look at that'll show you how to actually do one of the week 1 homework problems. But let's go through this real simple one just as a way of explaining a little bit about Excel and doing homework. I've logged in. I've gone to the content area of Desire to Learn by clicking on the link here, and I'm going down to the assignment area where I've posted an assignment demonstration. Now, this is an Excel spreadsheet. If you're new to Excel, don't panic. Don't get sweaty palms at this point. Excel is not that hard to use at its fundamental level. It can be very complicated if you get into the weeds of the program, but we're not going to go that deep. So let's just click on this. I clicked on it once. Now, your computer may be set up different than mine. Mine opens an Excel spreadsheet automatically. You may be given the opportunity to either open the spreadsheet or to save it. My program is set up to open it automatically without asking me that question. However you do it, however your machine does it for you, the first thing you should do is save it, because you don't want to lose your work. If you work on an unsaved document, you know what happens. I'm going to put this on my desktop just for convenience sake, but you should create a folder somewhere on your machine. Where's the desktop? that contains your work, your assignments. Maybe you can call it Business 2220 assignments or something like that. At any rate, save it with a name, whatever it is, but include your name in the title of the document, so I know once I download your solutions whose file is whose. Okay, here's the first page. What you'll see each week down at the bottom are tabs. Here I have Demo 1, 2, and 3. You notice there are 3 assignments, 3 problems in this assignment, and each of these tabs, 1, 2, and 3, refers to one of the 3 problems. So let's, and you can see there are 3 problems. First, add these numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Second, divide this big number by that big number. And third, to tell me what is your name. All right, let's go to tab 1. Now, okay, that opens up the page that shows the first problem to be solved. Now, Excel, if you're new to it, is organized into cells. And each cell is named by a letter indicating which column it's in, and a row which is a number telling you which row it's in. So the cell I have highlighted here is cell B4. You can put into a cell just about anything. You can put a picture in it if you want to, but typically you put numbers in a cell. You can put words in a cell, or the powerful feature of Excel is that you can put in an equation, a formula, or a function, things that manipulate the values in other cells to give you an answer. Now, I'm asked to add these 5 numbers together, and one way to do it is to put a formula in that simply does that. So let me start. Now, a formula in Excel always starts with an equal sign. So I type an equal sign, and then I'm going to simply say 1 plus 2, plus 3, plus 5, plus 7, plus 9. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. The answer should be 24. What did I do wrong? Oh, I hit 8 instead of 9. I have to go in and correct that like that. There, 25. Okay, so Excel is working like a pocket calculator for you. And that's fine. That's okay. But really, a better way to solve this problem is to put the data into cells, individual cells, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, like that. And then I can write a formula that says equals the value in D4 D4 plus the value in D5 plus the value in D6 plus the value in D7 plus the value in D8. Okay, there's a new formula, and it gets 25. Now you say, wait, Instructor John, you just typed a whole bunch of numbers here. Isn't it easier to do it that way? Well, yes, you're right. D4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of typing. But the power of this is, let's say I go in and I do make a mistake, and I really did want that number to be an 8. Well, I can just go in and change it in its source cell, and the formula cell will update automatically. Isn't that neat? So if I want to make it whatever number I make that, I can go in and change my numbers willy-nilly and come up with a new answer. So that's the power of Excel. Now, it turns out there's an easier way to do this, several easier ways. One way to do it is to simply say equals to start a formula, and then just click on each cell. That, plus that, plus that, plus that, plus that. Oh, that makes the typing a lot easier, doesn't it? But yet there's one even easier way. Excel is full of easy ways, and that's to use a function called sum. So I could type equals SUM, and now I'm offered a formula here that says sum. The function sum takes a range of numbers and obviously adds them together. So all I have to do is go up here to the range of numbers I'm interested in and click on the first one, hold the mouse button down, drag down to the bottom one, and you can see it's created the formula for me, equals sum D4 colon D8, means add up all those numbers in that range, and I get 25. Well, that's good too, but it gets even easier, and let's never stop, will it? Let's click on the sum icon up here. You see that little sigma, the Greek letter sigma? You can see it's going to give me a formula. It will type in the word sum for me. It's suggesting that I really want to add up the cell B10. That doesn't make much sense. Excel's not always that smart. But I can just click and drag as I did before and get the same function. Okay, that's how we'll be using Excel. Now, you can do a lot of different manipulations, a lot of different functions, and we'll be introducing those as we go through the semester. But addition is obviously the easiest and probably the one we'll use the most. Let's look at dividing though. Here I'm asking you to divide. I'll type this in 987654321. And the other number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm asking you to divide these two numbers. Now, you could type in equals 987654321 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a lot of students do it this way. And it's okay, nothing wrong with it. And you get the answer of 8.00001, almost just a little bit bigger than 8. The easier way to do it, the way I really recommend that you do it, is to type the numbers into individual cells, click on the first one, hit the slash to get the divide by in the bottom one, and that'll give you the same answer. Now, one other little thing here is if you put your cursor between cells B and C and click and drag, you see how I got that little double-headed arrow there? If I click and drag this out, it makes the cell bigger. And look what happens to the answer. Excel was rounding it for us so that it would fit into the cell. And you can see the real answer is not 0.1 but 0.073. It had rounded 73 up to 1. If you put your cursor back up here and double click, Excel will adjust the size of the cell of the column to exactly hold the data. And there is the precise answer of dividing those two big numbers. Now, multiplication, you use the star symbol. Subtract, you use the dash, just like you do on a pocket calculator. The final thing I want to show you is, what is your name? Well, the purpose of this assignment is to simply say that you can use Excel as a word processor. Each cell can hold text. Now you notice I didn't start with an equal sign. I just started typing text. If I start with an equal sign, it's a formula. If I leave off the equal sign, it's text, is the way that Excel thinks about this. And I can keep on typing. Oh, it even corrected my. So you can make whatever you want to type in here. You can write me a letter if you want to. And what I encourage you to do is not just to tell me what the answer is to each homework assignment, but to explain how you got it, because I'm interested in knowing whether you understand how to solve these problems, not that you can get the right answer. If you explain what you're doing, and maybe you don't get quite the right answer, but you indicate to me that you're on the right track, I can give you partial credit. If you just give me a number, I don't know how you got that number. Maybe you were on the right track, maybe you just picked it out of the air. I don't know. So give me a clue, give me an idea of how you solve that problem. And again, I can make it as big as I want. Okay, I'm out of time. Hope that helps. Let me know, and we'll see you online.